Hello everybody, how's it going? Well, I got a bunch of the more parts in the mail. I got the steering wheel, I got the jack shaft, and I'll show you how far I am on this. Well, I have the jack shaft installed, and I have the chain put on, and I had to put in a half link in the chain. Oh shoot, where'd my light go? There you go. So I got the chain installed, and I got the key stock in the tires. And another thing I did is I went down and got some channel, 1x2, 3/16 inches thick. And that's what I use to mount the seat into place. Okay, well, I also got the seat belt in. Pretty happy about that. I ordered for a black seat belt, but they ended up sending me a blue one. So I contacted them and let them know about it. And they said that I could. I told them, I like the blue one. It's really cool, but when I go to order another one from them, just let them know, and they'll give me a discount on the next one. So that's pretty cool. Well, actually, I should show you here first. Hopefully you can see that. I put the C channel on the inside of the frame. I had to cut this bar because the bar went straight, but when I would move it out, it would collide with this bar, so I couldn't adjust the seat. It couldn't pull it out far enough. So I had to hack the bar off, stick on some round tubing so I could pull it out like that. But that still won't even work all the way because I can slide it all the way forward, but not all the way because then this bar collides with the inside of this. So it's like, geez. So ow, my fingers get stuck in there. But the seat can go further forward. And the seat belt is a 4-point connection seat belt. And it goes up over, will go up over my shoulders. This, and connect in front. I have my seat belt. Now, these connections for the seat belt I made out of chain, as you can see right there, but I don't like the spots where I put them. Show you. See how they clip on? So they clip on like that, but see what's going on there? I don't like that. So I'm thinking I'll probably have to take some more chunks of chain, put it down here. So these will hook on down there like that instead. So they'll hook like that. That's what I'm hoping to do. Maybe I'll do it that way instead. And then just use these, leave these on there, and then you'll use those to maybe hook on a tarp or something like that over the top of this thing. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'll be figuring out what to do with this steering wheel. And not too sure where I want to. I'll have to sit inside of the thing and figure out where I want the steering wheel to be put. Yeah, so you can see I had to put this cloth over the gas tank because I was welding right next to it. Don't want any of those sparks hitting the gas tank and messing that all up, or even igniting and blowing me up on fire. I have to get a belt that's going to be 11, well, the center to the center of these two shafts is 11.5 inches, so I have to get a belt for that yet. And then the rear end will be somewhat operating. You can see the problem that I'm going to have with I don't know if you can see it or not, but mounting the shocks. The shocks don't align with anything, and I don't want to have to build off more steel off to this. So I'm thinking what I'll probably do is right back here is putting the shocks back there instead, side by side. Might look a little weird, but that's the best idea to do, because putting it here, that's just not gonna work. None of this stuff lines up, and I don't want to build off a whole bunch of extensions coming down just to make the connection for the shock. Plus it's going to get really close to the torque converter too. See, the closer you get to a pivot with your shock, the more the pivot is going to affect the shock. The further away you bring your shock away from the pivot, the stiffer the shock's going to be. The more the properties of the shock come into play. So, and since this thing's already pretty dang heavy, if I did mount these back here somewhere, that would be the most prudent thing to do. I don't know if I want to mount them like that. Up underneath? Nah. That's too much angle for the swing of the arm. It'd be better if they went up. Out and up. Yeah. So you can see where that swing arm, or you can see where that pivot is at. See, putting the shock right there just is not a good idea. I'd have to build off a whole bunch of stuff. See, right there, see, I'd have to make a big connection between the point of the shock up to the steel, but you're also looking at like 3 inches difference here. So, yeah, I don't like that idea. And these are the only shocks I've got, and I've looked into getting ATV shocks, getting longer shocks, and they're just way too expensive. So I'm gonna be using those. Gotta get a floor pan on this thing pretty soon. Well, today was one of the few days where it was actually halfway decent temperature out. So I did all this today. Got the chain set up. Man, that stupid chain breaker that I got from Harbor Freight was just a piece of junk. I tried to use it on this chain, and the dang pin ended up bending inside the chain breaker. So when I went to try to tighten it, it wasn't pushing the pin out through the chain. The actual pin inside was starting to kink and bend all up, so it bound all in there, and I couldn't get it out. Like, screw that. So what I did is I was able to get the pin pounded through the chain enough, and then I grabbed one of my smaller drill bits, put the drill bit in backwards into my press, and then held the chain up there, and then brought the press down and pushed the pin through. So I used my drill press as a chain breaker. Now another thing that I'm going to have to do is set up a arm or a bar that's going to come up over here, over the caliper, connect up here somewhere, and then I'll be able to put the caliper on that, much like what I did with the Batmobile. God, there's a few other things that I did, and I just can't even think of it right now. Yeah, but anyways, I think what I'm going to be doing next, working on next, is steering. Need to figure out where I need to put my steering wheel. And remember, I want to put a mount going from the bottom bar going up to the steering wheel, not having the steering wheel supported from up here. I was thinking about doing that, but I decided not to. So it's going to be going from that bar up and connecting to the steering wheel that way. So I'm going to have support coming up, connecting to the steering wheel, and then the steering wheel shaft is going to be going down to that. And then I'll be working on the pedals. And I got to figure out a way how I'm going to be able to make my brake pedal move a bar that's going to come back here, and then operate my master cylinder back here. It's going to be behind the seat. I don't know, you guys, I'm a little unmotivated just because of all this crap going on with YouTube and stuff. And how many ID matches have you guys gotten on your videos? Anybody? So far I've gotten 6. I've gotten 6 ID claims, third-party ID claims on like the music that I use. But the reason that's happening is because the music that I used, some of the music that I used, I got from SoundCloud, and all the links and everything are legit. Well, they were legit. On some of the ID claims that I noticed on some of my videos, I go and check out the links that I posted in the descriptions and stuff. And when I click on the link to go to SoundCloud to check out the licensing of the video and all that, you know, make sure everything's still kosher, one of the guys that I got my music from shut down his account, so there's no way for me to show that I've got legal rights to use the music, which is just stupid. So, oh well. But even though I got 6 ID claims, I was actually able to beat 4 of them. The other 2 had ID claims on them, but I just privatized those, so I'm not too worried about those anyways. Those 2 videos on accumulation together did like maybe 15, 20 views max every day, so I'm not too worried about losing that. While I sit here and stare at this thing, I'm trying to figure out something else to tell you guys, but I really can't think of anything because, oh, yeah, I went down and got a tooth pulled out of my face yesterday. So that's probably why I'm not, that's the reason why I'm not very chit-chatty. I don't really want to be talking because my whole mouth is sore. Damn, I want to be driving this thing. But, you know, once I get all this stuff put together, I might take it for a simple little test drive, but not very much because I still got to pull it back in here, take it all apart, and then paint it. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. I got to go in and take some Advil gel caplets. Yeah. I take about like 5 of those at a time. But anyways, guys, I'd like to welcome all my new subscribers and all my new viewers and get this damn thing done because I'm getting sick of working on it. It's taking me too damn long to build this thing. But yet I had to do a bunch of other stuff in between in this build too, though. Keep that in mind. This build is almost a year old now, so give it a few more months, it's going to be a year old, and I don't like that because this thing's not that damn difficult to build. I had to build a trailer, I was messing around, God, there's other stuff I was doing too. But anyways, I'm going to go. My mouth hurts, I don't want to talk anymore. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.